These my dollars make it hurt.
Well. Here we are again, unexpectedly. As I told you on so many occasions before, that when the time comes that I will show up, something big happens. I don't know if you can say it's big, but it's cowboy news, so it's big enough that I feel like I need to say my little piece about what has happened on today. What's going on, everybody? Before I get too hyped, or just in case I forget, Happy New Year to you guys. We're not quite there yet, but quite sure that the Lord will bring us to it. And for that, you ought to be grateful, put it that way. I am. I'm grateful. And we're going to try to be safe tonight. Hopefully everyone is safe on this evening. Crazy it is. I don't know about where you live at, but right here in this great city of Memphis, Tennessee, it get a little crazy down here. So I'm going to be at the house. You see what I'm saying? I ain't going nowhere. We're not having live church, but we will. My church will be meeting online tonight for a few minutes as we try to bring in the new year together. So I'll be doing that. Thank God for technology right here on online. We'll be doing it there. So I don't know what your plans are, but whatever your plans are, please be safe. Please. Well, you know why I'm here. I hope you guys will share real quickly the groups that may need to hear this. Quite sure I'll be talking about this probably more than once. More than once, but since we're here and it just went down tonight, you hate to, I know what I'm feeling about Ezekiel Elliott. Just in case you haven't heard, it just came out. Ezekiel Elliott has been released by the Dallas Cowboys. It's just almost the ending of a very strange year. The first thing that I want to talk about is as far as this is concerned, is the timing of it. Is always in question. I mean, it's obvious. However, the thing that we need to remember is not blame Jerry. Okay? Let's not blame Jerry. Hey, Joe over there in Italy, he's 1 hour away from 2025. 1 hour away. A happy New Year, Joe. Thanks for being a brother and a partner of the Big Time Show. Always here, always kicking things out. Man, I appreciate you because certainly you're thousands of miles away from me, and yet you always here. So they let me know you got me all the way over there in Italy. Lets me know that you got a notification on whenever I pop on, because you are one of the first ones always here. So, man, I really appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. I just don't, before we blame Jerry, y'all know that's what everybody want to do. Before we blame Jerry, notice what Josina Anderson and James Slater, I don't know which one you got your news from, but I got it from both. They said it was at the request of the player. It was not Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones just did what the player requested. That's all. You can't say Jerry got rid of him, Steven got rid of him. No, Ezekiel Elliott asked for his request. Now, whether that's for, you can speculate all you want. He has the right. He released. That means he can join another team. Right now, if somebody wanted him, they can get him. And at his age, well, I ain't gonna say at his age. I'm gonna say at his playing ability. Zeke might be able to. He just didn't want a request for nothing. There may be some already in the back, already brewing. He just may want a chance to win. I mean, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here. To be honest with you, that's really what I'm trying to do. It very well may not be the case, but I believe that that may be what he's looking for. He might be looking for a way to get a chance to win, hop on one of these teams, late, earn just a few plays, and hopefully get his name called. And he might be able to do that, or he's starting to get ready for next year, which is probably may be the case as well. It is what it is. Bottom line is he's not a Cowboy anymore. I know it's only one game left. It does sound strange, without a doubt. It does. Why would this happen? But keep in mind, before y'all just go crazy blaming Jerry. When Jerry this time, it was truly Ezekiel Elliott's decision. He wanted to leave. Cowboys granted his request, and now he's gone. I want to, y'all forgive me for looking down, but I'm sharing. Hello to all of you that are on TikTok as well. Do this here. Y'all forgive me. before I say what I really want to say. Hey, Braden in Hawaii. How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in on me over there on TikTok. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in. All of those who have tuned in quickly. Hey, y'all over there on TikTok, man. Thank y'all for showing up on this little brief thing. Just in case you haven't heard, Zeke Elliott has been released by the Cowboys. Doesn't, I don't mean to sound cruel, but I'm gonna have to sound cruel in just a second. Do me a favor, everybody, if you don't mind, hit that like button for me. If you don't mind, smash it a few times for me before we leave. I promise you, I won't be long at all. That what you guys have, where you're enjoying all the bowl games, the football up. Let me speak to everybody so I can get on this last little 5-10 minute tirade. Greg, I see you, brother. What's going on? Tommy, how you doing? Go again. Fine man in the building. Appreciate you, sir. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you. All right. A lot of folks, I said it yesterday, a lot of folks kind of jumped on me when we first got Zeke, or Zeke came back. I didn't want him. There's no sense in me lying about it, because I wasn't one of the people that drunk the Kool-Aid of Ezekiel Elliott coming back to Dallas. I was not one of those people. Everybody got excited about seeing Ezekiel Elliott hop, scream, grunt, jump cutting, bouncing against tires and stuff like that. And everybody got, hey man, look at the quickness in his feet. Look at Zeke. He's just, whoa, he look like he's ready. Look at the shape he's in. And I'm like, how many years y'all gonna fall for this Instagram video that he do every year of him jumping through, running against air, the air, outside, and y'all get hype and drink that Kool-Aid and think all of a sudden that's gonna translate to the field. We see it every year, and yet when he got to run against bodies, all that what you saw in the video you didn't see it. I knew he was a step behind based off of what I seen in his earlier years. I can see the decline. Yet Cowboy fans not only wanted him, but thought that he was gonna get the number one spot, running back spot. Y'all remember all that? I said right then, Zeke Elliott is not the best running back on this team. As a matter of fact, I said, I don't even know why we signed him. Here we are now. A couple of days before the last game, he gets released. Let me ask you guys this question, and maybe some of you guys here, what did Zeke Elliott do other than cry, complain, moan, and groan? The report Josina Anderson just said was that what James Slater said, I believe it was. She said that Ezekiel Elliott has been late to multiple practices. He's been late to team meetings, and I believe that was in protest to him not getting playing time. So let's just be very clear about Ezekiel Elliott this year. He may not have done it his first couple of years, but he did it this year. He was more of a deterrent than he was, an asset. He was a liability this year rather than being an asset. Zeke Elliott has never been known for being late and all that type of stuff and crying and moaning. And I'm like, Doc, if they gave you the number one spot, you ain't gonna do nothing. You're not gonna do nothing. You're not Ezekiel no more. You're not. You're not Ezekiel anymore. You're not that Zeke. You're not that guy. You're just not. It hurt. If they would have if they would have done whatever you say, they would have had an all-pro line. It still wouldn't have been right. The body just does not match the heart. I'm not questioning his heart. Zeke is a dog. but he used to be a real pit bull. Now he just an old pit bull. An old pit bull don't want to do nothing but just lay down. That's it. All that hype, aggression, and that ain't. His mind may say it. Body just don't match up to it. And so I didn't know why. I'm sorry. Plenty of people in the chat. Zeke is it, and I understand why, because people had a love for Zeke. Everybody did, including myself. Couldn't help but fall in love. The way he ran the ball, the effort, all that type of stuff. But our fan base was not honest with themselves. Y'all know Zeke wasn't the same guy. He wasn't even the best running back on the team. I even say, to be honest with you, he wasn't probably top two. Was he the second best running back on this team? I mean, for real. He did score a few touchdowns in the red zone, which is what I thought his role would be anyway. He did do that, but he wasn't that guy anymore. And I believe in Zeke's mind, based off what they put down today, said he was late for meetings and no-shows for all that type of stuff. Sometimes you try to force your way out. You want everybody to know you're upset. You want everybody to know, because it's really not his character to be late and all that, on multiple occasions. It's not his Zeke. But he was upset about his role. You know what I'm saying? He was upset about his role and he couldn't get his way, so he started moaning and groaning. And that didn't get him nowhere. Somebody fell for it and early in the season and tried to give him the ball. He didn't do nothing. Rico, obviously, was the best running back on his team this year. No question about it. And I believe Zeke really still believes he's that guy, and he's really not. So we could see Zeke get picked up by a team. He's been released, which means he can join another team today. He's been released. I don't want to use the word cut, but it's pretty much almost the same thing. But the Cowboys did not do it. The Cowboys, in fairness, granted him what he wanted. He said he's ready to go. The Cowboys said, man, for all what you've done for us, we'll grant your request. Because you ain't playing Sunday. I mean, Rico gonna finish this thing off. So, hey, no harm, no foul. Thank you for the years. We obviously aren't bringing you back anymore. Shouldn't have brought him back in the first place, to be honest with you. But now they say, hey, we know that now. We know what you're all about. We know what we have here. No sense of holding on anymore. You can go ahead and we'll grant you your request. So they've done it. I'm saying all this for future references. It's no surprise Zeke ain't played all year, so it is, in no sense of, I ain't trying to throw no dirt on him, because I love Zeke, love the way he played, but I knew he was done before he even got back to Dallas. I knew that. I told y'all that. I just waiting on some of y'all to catch up, because some of y'all really had the belief that not only, he's back, but some of y'all thought he's supposed to be the number one running back this year. Based off, what? So I hate to say it, but this is why I really want. This is what I really want to tell y'all. Okay? Cause see, I already know we got to go through this. This is really what I want to tell y'all. Let this be an example leading up to this offseason. And I'm done when I tell y'all this. Let this be an example. Man, don't y'all come to me. Not big time now. Y'all go somewhere else. Don't come to me talking about these names that's finna start coming across the screen about Dallas. He's a good fit for Dallas and all that type of stuff. Look, Don't come to me when y'all hear of a veteran name or guy that's out there and say we really could use him. And y'all are the same people talking about, yeah, we really need Zeke. We need a running game. And y'all should have known that even if you had Zeke, which we did, it wasn't going to be no running game. They just finally started running the ball 3-4 weeks ago. I mean, come on. And the only reason why we run the ball like this is because Dak is out. That's the only reason why. If Dak Prescott would have been here, Rico Dowdle would not have 1,000 yards this year, which he has now. And y'all know that because you know who our coach is. You know his play style. You know how he calls game. You know how much he loves passing the football. So I guarantee you, if Dak would have been here, Rico would not have over 1,000 yards. I have no question about that at all. But I really want to tell y'all this, so y'all won't be so frustrated when y'all gonna hear all these free agent names and y'all gonna do just like ESPN. Man, he'll be a really good fit in Dallas. He's been in contact with the Cowboys. Yeah, but the Cowboys ain't been in contact with him. See, that's what got y'all about Derrick Henry last year. He says this, the Cowboys ain't picked up the phone. Cowboys ain't picked up the phone for Derrick Henry. So calm down. I'm telling y'all this before we even get this thing really started. Please calm down. Don't get excited when you see a free agent pop across the screen. I'm about the Cowboys. Come on, Jerry. Stop it. Don't even do it. Y'all got excited about Zeke Elliott. As soon as Zeke Elliott said, yeah, woo, Zeke back. Feed me. Just calm down, y'all. Please calm down. Please. No, just hope. Just be quiet and hope. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just calm. Just be quiet and hope. And whoever your little wish list is, don't come talking about it. He can play. He's ready. No. I'm gonna tell you, I heard that about Zeke. And now where is he? I don't even want to hear it. Okay? Let's just watch it. Watch the draft and be cool. You can keep your wish list, but it's not getting mad at the Jones family. I'm mad at the Jones family because they wasted a good roster spot with Zeke. I mean, y'all love Deuce. Shoot, Deuce would have had more pop than Zeke Elliott. I'm just telling you the truth. And y'all first say, well, he can't block like Ezekiel Elliott on third down. Y'all say the same thing about Rico. Look like Rico did well to me, blocking. See, some folk, you'll never know what folk can do until you give them a chance. See, Zeke, I told y'all at the beginning of the season, Ezekiel Elliott is stunning the growth of a running back that's on this team. I believe I told you it was Deuce. Ezekiel Elliott, the few carries that he did get, really was supposed to go to Deuce Vaughn. You don't think Deuce would have been more effective this year than Ezekiel Elliott has? I mean, Zeke ain't done nothing. I think he scored a few touchdowns, of course, in the red zone, from the 2-3 yard line. Okay, I give him that. But come on, y'all. It was a wasted spot. I'm saying, I see you, Shane. I'm saying if you would have used him, it would have been done because he's just not that. He's not that guy. In his mind, he said he's not that guy anymore. His body can't do what his mind, thinks. It took too much of a beating over the years. Them tires get a little flat. Can't put no air back in them. Can't put no air back in them at all. So this is what he is. This is where he's at. And it was and just like Trey Lance, just like Ezekiel Elliott, it was a wasted roster spot. That's what it all translates. In other words, hey, I don't care what y'all say. I know y'all excited about, y'all love Ezekiel Elliott, what he means to the organization over the years. Listen, but the bottom line and the truth is, goodbye, Zeke. Thanks for nothing. You were late to meetings. You didn't show up to meetings. You were moaning and groaning and crying. I want to play. Get in and play. Got a 2.1 average. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. And then you finally decide, okay, well, Rico really is the man. Good Lord, how many weeks did it take before we finally figured that out? I know some of y'all don't like what I'm saying, but the old saying is the truth hurts sometimes. The truth hurts sometimes. Zeke was it was a feel-good signing for the Dallas Cowboy fan base. Remember, let all the free agency go by. Didn't get nobody. Wasn't trying to get nobody. And then all of a sudden out the blue, he Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, whoever you want to say that we've signed Ezekiel Elliott, and the fan base went crazy. Like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the running game we needed. This is the style running back we need. Physicality. This is the guy that we needed. And Ezekiel Elliott. Feed me. Woo-wee. We gonna run the ball like crazy. That's what y'all saying. That's what y'all saying. Telling y'all. Now here we are. One thing about Zeke though, guess what? He ought to be fresh for somebody next year. We sure didn't use him. Enough. We didn't. He wasn't effective like that. At least this is one of the very few seasons where he actually didn't. He ain't been hurt. Whatever he got left in that tank, it ought to be somewhat fresh. Because he ain't played. You understand? So, wasted roster spot. I don't know, as far as Zeke, I don't know why he think he's main. I don't get it. You ain't fast no more. You can't run number between the center and the guard. You can't run no stretch play. You too slow. You can't run no screen play. You ain't got no wiggle. You see what I'm saying? You're limited. You're limited. You're limited to just being a red zone, a goal line running back. It was just like Trey Lance, a waste of a roster pick. That's all it was. What's up, Eddie? Eddie says, "Oh, you getting a new coach?" Yeah, but I think that this. I don't know. One thing about it, you think like the Jones family, so I don't know. I think Sunday game against Washington will tell a lot of things. If they come out and lay an egg like they just did and get embarrassed again, then I would say you probably won't make it. But they win, because that's all I keep hearing how good it looks. But we don't know. We don't know. So that's really all I want to tell y'all. that he's gone. He's been released. He was not cut by the Cowboys. Let's get it right. He was released. He asked for a release, and Jerry gave it to him. That's the bottom line. He obviously was not happy with his playing time. Happy because he's not featured. Wasn't getting enough carries or whatever. You know, it's a reason why he wasn't getting carries. Maybe because Rico was just better than he was this year. And he was. That's the reason why you can't get on field. Because you got a running back that's playing much better. Verdi, you may be right. Verdi says he may be hoping that the playoff team will pick him up. I wouldn't be surprised. I said the notice of the timing of this thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Zeke already has some of this already worked out. Why would you be asked to be, done? Why would you ask to be done now? And then, depending on what team he may be looking at, he may have a chance to play against a team that, the teams that have first round buys. So that's Kansas City, and we'll know Sunday night whether it's the Lions or the Vikings, because you get 2 weeks. Well, in 2 weeks, Zeke can pick up, a few plays to be, to get, in it. I ain't saying he's gonna get in there and carry 10 times. I'm just saying, I really believe that might be the case. It might be. It very well may be. Could be one of the playoff teams. Could be. The timing of it, him asking and he getting granted a chance to leave immediately. I believe there probably is something going on in the background there. So Verdi, I believe you're right. I believe that is probably the case. I believe that Zeke probably will. I know he's not quitting or whatever. For him to be asking now, yeah, I think that's something. Plus, if that's the case, he wants to eliminate the chances of Dallas asking him to play, and he gets maybe a little nicked up. He may have got a chance to play something against Washington, so that's eliminated now. So now he really gets to go home in on his body some more, whatever the case may be. But I'm still saying the same thing. It's a total waste of bringing him here. He's not the only one. It was a total waste of us going to get Dalvin Cook. Total waste. Trey Lance, total waste. Zeke Elliott, total waste. Just a waste. 3 good picks, 3 good roster spots. Just a waste of time. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, to sum it all up again, Zeke Elliott has been released by the Dallas Cowboys. Go wherever he chooses, if that is the case, for this playoff run, or he could be picked up now and have a roster spot already for next year. We don't know exactly what's going on, but all we do know for sure is he's not a Dallas Cowboy anymore. And that is hurtful for some. It's really hurtful for a lot of us, including myself. I know it sounds like I didn't like Zeke, but I love Zeke. But I'm also being realistic that his time had passed and that he was not the same guy, and we wasted time even going to get him. Now that is the truth. And I did give him credit because he was one of my guys. You can depend on him. He just I ain't gonna say father time. I'm not gonna say that. I'm I'm just going to say he's not the same Zeke that he was 6, 7 years ago. What running back is supposed to be? Hey, Miss Regina. What running back is supposed to be that guy after 6, 7 years? I mean, there ain't been but a couple of real natural freaks in the body that was the same, that ran the same way that they did when they were rookies. You know, my mind come back to Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson ran just like he did when he first came in. He was one of those freaky type dudes in the body. You know, looks the same. You know, at that particular time, he looked the same, still ran it. Yeah. Again, y'all, man, I would be saying, oh, Lord, but I'm saying, but Zeke really ain't done anything. James, what do you think is Zeke's legacy in Dallas? Will he be in the Ring of Honor, or will he be just another player? What are your thoughts? He's one of the better running backs in the history of this franchise. I'll give him that. He's one of the better running backs that we've had. But he's not better than Emmett. He's not better than Dorsett. I mean, you want to give him third, maybe. You know, yeah, he got enough years and enough yardage that he might have a claim to that one, but he's not better than Emmett or Tony Dorsett, that's for sure. Which leads to your second question: will he be in the Ring of Honor? I would say no. I would say no. He done. See, the Ring of Honor, man, is designed for guys who won, number one, or they were just that great without winning the ring. For instance, Jason Witten will one day be in the Ring of Honor. He didn't win nothing, but he was a great player. Great player. He'll be a Hall of Fame tight end. Great player. There's some people that need to go in the Ring of Honor before Zeke Elliott that they ain't even paid attention. The Tony Romo years deserve, some of those guys deserve consideration, and then yeah, that includes Romo. I'm not gonna say Romo is supposed to be in the Ring of Honor, but he definitely should be in the conversation. Dez Bryant, without a doubt, at some point should be in the Ring of Honor, considering the fact that he is the all-time leader in touchdowns for a receiver. I mean, come on now. You know, that needs to be, you know, talked about as well. So you say that would he be a Ring of Honor? He'd just be another player who has mad respect. Zeke Elliott will have respect, at least in Cowboy Nation, for what he's done. But he was a great player for X amount of years. And then, you know, like most running backs, see, when it comes to running backs, y'all, you know, you got to be fair. You know, the NFL, in the way that Zeke Elliott ran the ball, now you got to count all the hits that he took at Ohio State. Then you also got to think about what he did when he was in high school. See, the body can only take so much. So the way that he ran, it shouldn't be a surprise that we say, you know, he lost a step. Of course he has. I mean, come on now. Look at the shots this man, the way he run the ball. You know, because Ohio State gave him the ball, talking about a bell cow. You know what I'm saying? He's paid a price. Get the Cowboy years. Just think about add on Ohio State years. All the beatings that he took, the shots that he took at Ohio State. Think about his high school years. Your body ain't designed to take car wrecks like that non-stop for, between high school and the NFL. Good Lord. I mean, he been taking shots for almost 15 years. Your body ain't designed to do that. So even though I say he don't have it, let's just be realistic. You don't supposed to have it. When you run the ball the way that he does, physical, violent, looking for contact, of course, he's not the same guy. He's just not. So I'm not gonna blame him for that. I just didn't like that his character, and he did that to himself. And I understand it was out of frustration. But Ezekiel Elliott's character was not a missing game, missing, as they reported. This season he missed, he was late for practices and late for team meetings, multiple, the report said. That's not Ezekiel Elliott. That's his character. I understand he was frustrated, just a shame that this is his lasting impression. That's what the sad part is. And I hate for Zeke to get that type of, just want a good year for him. Frustrating year. His mind thinks that he's the man when really it's Rico this year. That's a scenario there. That's a scenario. It very well could happen. See, when you and everybody keep in mind, because there's gonna be plenty of folks say it's Jerry's fault. No, Jerry didn't do this one. Ezekiel Elliott requested leave. Cowboys, probably out of respect for him, gave him what he wanted. Now I'm thinking that Zeke probably has something already working in the background. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something come across the ticker saying that he signed with somebody. I wouldn't be surprised. Curtis said wouldn't it be funny if he signed with Washington? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. Hey, he's free to go wherever he wants to go now. He didn't cost a lot of money, but I'm still saying the same thing. It was a total wasted year, wasted roster spot. Pick your choice, him and Trey Lance, or the neck for running. But at least Zeke got on the field. Zeke Elliott got on the field. Trey ain't. Trey Trey Lance, man. Look, Trey Lance may be one of the only players in history that he don't even have to wash his uniform. Why would he wash it? He ain't sweated in it. He ain't got hit. He ain't done nothing. Uniform just as clean. Joe, I believe all options are on the table. Actually, Joe, it ain't funny because he knows the Philadelphia playbook. That's the offense he ran for 4-5 years. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Deuce, you right, Regina. I said that earlier. Deuce, I believe Ezekiel Elliott stunted the growth of Deuce Vaughn. Because out of respect for Ezekiel Elliott, the Cowboys had to try to squeeze him in, let him play a little bit for all that type of stuff because he's Ezekiel Elliott. But by bringing in Ezekiel Elliott, he stunted the growth of Deuce. To where all we see with Deuce is him in a jogging suit. You ever want to know what's new in the Dallas Cowboy Pro Shop? Just look at Deuce Vaughn on the sideline. Because he sure didn't have a uniform on, not too much. Ezekiel Elliott, that's why I say it's a waste. He stunted the growth of Deuce Vaughn, and most people say we need to get rid of Deuce. Deuce ain't done nothing. Deuce, he wasn't gonna do anything. At this point in career, I believe that Deuce probably would have had a little bit more pop than Zeke Elliott had. Yeah. Where can Deuce run? Outside primarily. You know, you run him inside. He ain't really strong enough, to be honest with you, but he can hide because he's so short and he can get out of there. But Zeke couldn't run nowhere but between the center and the guard. He couldn't run outside because he's lost a step. He couldn't run a stretch play. He couldn't run a screen play. You know, all this type of stuff outside. He just ain't got the body. The body won't cooperate anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that when you've taken as many shots as this dude have taken over his career. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that the fact that folks believe that Zeke Elliott was fit to be some type of savior. And I'm like, I said it when we first got him, like, man, Zeke ain't all that. Love him, but he ain't all that now. At this stage in his career, he's not that. He's not that. And he proved it to us that he was not. So, again, everybody, hate to see it. And like I said earlier, maybe the reason why he asked for this is because he wanted maybe even to eliminate the Cowboys, even asking them to run a few plays or take the chance of him getting hurt. Because he very well, as Verdi said earlier, he could be anywhere. Regina said she rather he went to Detroit or Minnesota. Hey. Man, could happen. Could happen. Y'all count the NFC team, but you know that getting Zeke Elliott almost sounds like a Kansas City Chiefs move too. You know, everybody get whatever you got left in the tank. Everybody gets a little bit of hype when they play for Kansas City, but they know they so close to a ring. You're gonna get the best out of a person. You know, I can see Zeke in Buffalo with Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook. I can see that. You know, I can see Zeke in Houston with Joe Mixon. I can see that. It's understandable. I mean, it's a lot of teams that make sense. I can see Zeke in Tampa with Bucky Irvin in Tampa Bay. I can see that. I definitely can see him in Philadelphia. Considering that that's Kellen Moore's offense. Well, Zeke played in that offense for 4 or 5 years. Come on, man. He ain't got that much. I can see that. I can see him with Detroit. Detroit is still trying to find, even though they still rolling, but you know they would love to have, since Montgomery went down, even though Montgomery's, a little, obviously a change of pace back, bell cow type back. They haven't had that, and even though they moved Gibbs to do both, they were more effective with 2 running backs. They got a real good offensive line. Maybe Zeke can get in there and get 4 yards a pop, 4 or 5 yards, maybe somewhere in that area. He just wasn't gonna get that in Dallas. Now I don't know if he's capable of really getting that kind of yardage, but you never know what a person can do when they got a great offensive line in front of them. So it's a lot of teams. Minnesota, Aaron Jones needs more help. Yeah, I know, Regina, but I think that all this makes sense. Saquon and Ezekiel Elliott. That's that. I don't know. Just saying, It makes sense, y'all. See, you don't want to go nowhere where you got to pretty much learn everything from ground floor level, and all you might know is, 4 or 5 plays, maybe. Zeke has always been known as a smart guy, absorbs playbooks quickly and all that type of stuff. But if you go on to Philadelphia, well, shoot, you don't need a playbook. You already know the offense. It's Kellen Moore's offense. He played under for 4 or 5 years. He can go right there and jump right in the fire. Ready to go. It makes sense. I know y'all don't like it, but it makes sense. It does. Let's see if Zeke want to play like that. Trust me, it sounds good. Jenny said he did good at the beginning of the season, but they quit running the ball. I don't even, Jane, to be honest with you, that little stuff he did at the beginning of Cleveland game, the first game of the year, about the time we got to the Pittsburgh game, it was Rico's show. It was that fifth game of the year or something like that. We don't have enough sample size to really say what Ezekiel was this year. But because he didn't get the ball and because he didn't play a lot, I'm still saying it was a wasted roster spot. That don't mean he couldn't play. It just means that, why did we get him? It's the same question you say about Dalvin Cook. Like, why did we get Dalvin Cook? Why? Another wasted spot. Why did we get him? I mean, did Dalvin Cook carry the ball more than once this whole season? You don't even dress out. I mean, like, why? Why are we signing? Why? I'm saying the same thing about Ezekiel. I'm saying the same thing about Trey Lance. Like, okay, tell me again, explain to me how this is not a wasted pick, a wasted draft. Or excuse me, not draft, or a wasted free agent sign, or a wasted trade. Whichever one you want to call it. Why we even do it? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't. So, man, you guys have a great New Year's Eve, I guess. Please, whatever you do, y'all come back to me. Sometime this Saturday, probably gonna be early. Got something that I have to do on Saturday, so it won't be at 3:00 on this Saturday. Look for me probably in the morning, early actually. You guys enjoy yourself. Hey, all you college football fans, and y'all enjoy the semifinals, quarterfinals, whatever it is, for the college football playoff. I believe Boise State and Penn State play tonight. We're about to find out about Mr. Genty, I'm sorry. Everybody loves him and want him to be a Cowboy and all that type of stuff. I said, I'm going to hold my judgment. Let me see him play against some real good teams, and then I make my judgment. Happy New Year, Miss Regina. Joe is about 7 minutes away from New Year's Day over there in the country of Italy. So he's about less than 7 minutes away. I'll just go ahead and start it now, Joe. Happy New Year, Joe, over there. Y'all be safe over there. Y'all, you're in Italy, so I know them Italians they drinking up a storm over there. I already know they are. Man, they getting lit. I mean, that place is, I know it's crazy over there. Happy New Year, Miss Verdi and Miss Regina. Happy New Year, Shane. Don't know if all these people are still here. I'm just going down by the list. I already know, Joe. See, they going crazy over there. Happy New Year, Greg. Happy New Year, Eddie Woods. Happy New Year, Lee. Con Man, Happy New Year. Tommy, Happy New Year. I appreciate y'all coming to hang with me for these few moments. We'll see you on next time. Y'all be safe out there. 2025, here we come. Y'all take it easy. This has been the one and the only again, y'all. Y'all know what it is. I'll see y'all in 2025. Till then, this has been the one and only, the Big Time Show.